Welcome all. This is a video demonstration of sensored field-oriented control of a BLDC motor using PSOC 3. Myself Meenakshi Sundaram, MSUR, the narrator and the person working on field-oriented control of PMSM as well as BLDC motor using PSOC 3 at Cypress Semiconductors. Okay, now let's start with the hardware description. The first is the PSOC 3 DVK, whose part number is CY8C Kit 001 Revision 4, which we are using. The main part of this kit is the brain driving the motor PSOC 3. Apart from that, few of the other components in the DVK which are being used are the potentiometer, which controls the speed of the motor, a switch to start and stop the motor, which is the SW1, and then a prototype breadboard area which you can see has a chunk of resistors. I will come back to it in a while. These components are connected to PSOC 3 port pins using wires. I don't know how clear it is in the video, but yeah, there are few wires connecting these port to port 0 of PSOC 3. The next important thing to note is the DVK jumper settings. Most of the jumper settings are default. I will just skip to the major jumper settings which may not be present as default. First is the power setting. Note, the motor controller board needs a 5V drive to translate the same into a level which the MOSFET switches can understand. So the first thing to be changed is the power setting. Make sure it is set to 5V operation. You can even use the 3.3V operation provided your motor controller board understands those levels and translate properly. Apart from the power setting jumper, give a check on this potentiometer jumper, whether it is present or not, as this supplies power to the pot. If it's not there, the speed input will be 0 all the time. This wraps up the DVK description. Let's move on to the controller board. This board is again like other motor controller boards available in market. This have MOSFET switches. As you can see these are the MOSFET switches which drives the motor, and the driver ICs for driving those MOSFET switches. Other than the usual parts found in the motor controller drives, the ones needed in additional circuits here are the current sense resistors, which you can see the big pieces at the center. And then these are the connectors: motor connector, the DC power input, and the Hall sensors. This side of the connector, this side is the connector of the PSOC 3 DVK. Now coming back to the resistor junk. Actually, these junk of resistors are basically two voltage dividers meant to give an offset to the input current signals from the controller board. Because of the values I arrived at and the unavailability in my resistor scratch, had to do some series parallel combination to get the desired value. As you can see, these long wires, they actually carry the current from the controller board to these offset circuits. Essentially, the offset is given to detect negative current as well, as PSOC cannot detect and amplify negative currents. So that's about the hardware. Let's move with the demonstration. So here is the motor. You can see some scrap around it. I have done some tape and some paper to make sure you can view the motor spinning actually. And then these are the test points from where I take out few of the variables inside PSOC 3 out to the oscilloscope so that you can view the waveforms as well. So this is how it's connected to the oscilloscope DSO. So there you can view the waveforms. And to begin with, make sure that speed pot is at minimum speed so that the motor doesn't give a jerk at the beginning. I am using switch 1 in this case for start and stop operation. You can use switch 2 also. Just make sure the correct switch is connected. So here we go. That's the reset button. You can use it to start in emergency cases and all. So here it's the motor started, and I am just raising the speed slowly. Let's see. And here you can see the motor spinning. Yep, it's spinning good. And this shows the PWM duty cycles. Those duty cycles are essentially differential sinusoids. You can see both. The frequency of the duty cycle is nothing but electrical hertz of the motor speed. Electrical hertz is nothing but the rate at which the motor is being commutated. In this case, we are using 8-pole motor, so it's essentially 4 times the mechanical speed, or 1/4 the electrical mechanical time period. So you can see the motor is spinning faster. I don't know how clear it is, but I think the oscilloscope waveform should look better. Yeah, you can see the frequency change. Now I will gradually vary the speed. You can see how the frequency of the waveform changes. You can see it. I'm just varying the speed. Yeah. And you can see in the motor also. So because of the arrangement I did, you can see how the speed changes based on my gradual variations the potentiometer. So that wraps up this video demonstration. So before I stop the motor, I should gradually bring the speed down. I am just bringing the speed slowly to 0, or even I can press the stop button and the speed will come down. Now it's stopped. Yeah, the motor is dead. I mean, it's not rotating anymore. So that's it. Thank you for watching.